Have you ever felt a cold finger brush across your skin, even when you knew you were alone? Some people say it's nothing. Others say it's a warning. Tonight, you're going to hear the story of a bride who never left her wedding behind because she's still searching for the one thing that was stolen from her. Her ring, her promise, her last tie to the living, and she won't stop until she finds it. This is the legend of the Ghost Bride. It began nearly 70 years ago on a quiet mountain town evening smothered in fog. People gathered in an old hilltop chapel, excited for the wedding of Alara Voss, a young woman everyone adored. But the moment the guests stepped inside, uneasiness settled like dust. Candles flickered as if choking for air, stained glass rattled without wind, and several guests later admitted they felt watched by someone they couldn't see. Minutes before the ceremony, Alara's fiancé vanished. No sound, no struggle, no goodbye. He simply never walked to the altar. Some say he ran, some say he was taken. But Alara never believed he left her willingly, and she never walked out of the chapel again. She was found lifeless at the altar, still in her gown, still clutching her bouquet, but with her wedding ring missing from her hand. Her tragedy should have ended there, but grief, like hers, has a way of lingering. Years later, truck drivers traveling the mountain road began reporting strange sightings. A woman in a ripped white dress standing by the roadside, sometimes crying softly, sometimes staring directly into headlights. One driver said she first appeared in his rearview mirror, a pale blur walking behind his truck. But when he blinked, she wasn't behind him anymore. She was beside his window. He swerved so violently he nearly went over the cliff. When they found him, he kept repeating, "She wants her ring. She thinks I took her ring." A long scratch ran down the side of his truck, as though a bony finger had dragged along the metal. Fear follows you home when something wants what you have. Then came the newlywed couple who bought the old Voss family house. They said it felt warm, which in retrospect should have been their first red flag. The first night, the bride awoke to slow, dragging footsteps in the attic, steps that sounded like someone walking with a heavy dress. The second night, her wedding ring disappeared from her nightstand. In its place lay an old black and white photograph of Alara, staring straight into the camera, her ring finger bare. On the third night, the bride awoke choking not by hands, but by her own missing ring sitting inside her mouth. They left the house that night and never returned. Even now, neighbors swear they see a white figure drifting past the upstairs windows. But the most chilling discovery came from a small paranormal group that investigated the original chapel. The moment they entered, the abandoned candles lit themselves all at once, as if someone were preparing for a ceremony that never happened. The air turned freezing. Their breath hung in the summer air. Then they heard it, a trembling whisper from behind the altar. "Where is my ring?" A camera caught a figure rising from the floor, not standing, floating. A woman in a shredded gown, veil torn, face hidden, left hand reaching out for something only she could see. The investigators ran for their lives. Behind them, they later found deep grooves carved into the wooden floor, as if something had been dragged away. But no footprints leading to the marks. A ceremony that never ended, a promise that never died. Historians eventually uncovered the truth about that night. Alara's fiancé hadn't run. He'd been murdered by someone who wanted her for himself. The killer stole the wedding ring to stop the marriage forever and buried it beneath the chapel's foundation. The fiancé's body was never found, but they did find something: an empty ring box with claw marks scratched inside the lid. Now we know why Alara wanders, why she follows brides, why she scratches metal, why she drags footsteps through empty halls. She isn't haunting at random. She's searching for what was taken from her: her ring. And if she can't find it, she takes someone else's. So if you ever see a bride in white standing alone at night, don't look at her hand. Don't get close. And whatever you do, don't let her think you have her ring. If you want more stories that keep you up at night, subscribe, leave a comment, and come back for another tale from the dark. And until then, sleep lightly. Something out there is still searching.